please welcome your favorite captain of the Enterprise, the legendary William Shatner.
Thank you.
So glad you're here. Crazy, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
I thank you so much. I've had larger audiences in my bathroom.
But you have a very large bathroom.
Well, it's gigantic. I mean, it goes on forever. That's a wonderful. I'm glad to see you all here today.
Yes.
In this remote location.
yes, but in a nice location.
Oh, it's the most beautiful. But we're outside of Hollywood. So where does your audience come from?
Well, we advertised that William Shatner was going to be on Lifestyle, and they came from everywhere, didn't you?
I am so appreciative that you went all that distance.
Well, I am so honored to be able to talk with you today.
Are you?
I am, because you, throughout my lifetime, yes, I have seen...
The very short lifetime you've had.
52.
How old are you?
52?
52?
Yeah.
You don't look 52.
Well, thank you. You don't look 92.
Oh,
92. Can you believe it?
I can't stand it. You know, the oldest man who went into space. Oh, please.
You just have to add the B. Just add the B right in front. The boldest man who went to space.
And the boldest, yeah.
Well, I mean, I couldn't imagine at age 52 preparing now to go to space. What did you have to do to get ready, and how did this idea all begin?
Well, I had to work out. I ran many miles. I worked out in the gym. I was very careful of what I ate. I spent months getting ready.
No?
I sat down and the thing went off. You know?
They didn't have you pushing any buttons.
Well, no.
They kept
but I will tell you that they got me there early to the location in West Texas. And I said, why am I here early? So they took me to the gantry. They looked at the gantry and said, let's go up the gantry. And it's at 4,000 feet. So it's 11 flights.
Oh my
I'm walking up and I'm sucking in air, and I'm thinking, why am I doing this? And when I get to the top, it occurs to me that's why I'm doing it, to see if the old guy could get to the top of the gantry.
Yeah, before the day,
right,
before launch day, they got to make sure you can get up there.
Exactly. Can he get to the spaceship itself? Which, you know, well, all these well-conditioned athletes who are astronauts, you know, they do the running and all that, and they take an elevator up. They don't walk up the gantry. They walk
William
in with
Shatner
their helmet.
going up 11 flights.
They go up 11 flights in an elevator. Where's the elevator?
So you rode the craziest ride of your life to get into space. How did this affect you? Did it change you in any way going through this experience?
Well, the first thing that happened was they closed the door of the spaceship. Okay.
Yeah.
Clunk.
Yeah.
And then the voice and the loudspeaker said, "We're going to move the gantry. So anybody who wants to get off now."
Did you raise your hand?
No, I got my leg up and I was about to run out the door.
Really?
Yeah. When I realized I was Captain Kirk, and I can't do that.
You can't. No.
So we went up in the air. I looked behind me. I was looking to my left. And behind me was the Earth as we were going up. I'm looking behind me, and I'm seeing the wake of the vehicle going through the air. Yeah. I've never heard that discussed. It's like a submarine going through the water. Well, of course, there's a wake. It was a disturb. And then I looked forward, and I saw the blankness, the palpable blackness of space. And I thought, my God, that's death. And that's life. And that emotion followed me through to when I was landed. I was weeping. And what I was crying about, I finally discovered after a couple of hours, was I was in grief for the Earth. I'm an ecologist. I've been around. I've studied the books. I know the people, and I've spent a good part of my life talking about ecology. Yeah. And the interconnection, the intertwining of life and us. And millions of species are going extinct. Even as you and I are speaking, things are going extinct. But what is so sad is things are going extinct that we didn't know existed. So there's a sacredness about life. Life has an imperative. I'm going to live, I'm going to live. And these things have gone and are going and will go, and we don't know they existed. I mean, isn't that sad?
Yeah.
I thought it's too important a message to tell you all that we've got to do something about it. There is a demand that we humans do something about what we've done to our Earth.
I think that's a powerful takeaway from your experience of going to space. And I want to talk with you more about this experience. And
you want to hear another sad story?
Yes, so if you want to hear another sad story, stay tuned. We got to take a break right now. But when we come back, William Shatner is going to share insights about boldly going to places he had never gone before. So stay tuned.
Wonderful.
Welcome. Stop. Welcome back. William Shatner has been telling us
again. Stop. Okay.
Okay. Now can I get us back in?
Begin.
Okay. So, William Shatner has been telling us about his singular experience about going into space in 2021, and I want to start right off by talking about, because that took some boldness for you to do that, and you have written a book, Boldly Go. Reflections of Awe and Wonder. What was your inspiration to write this, and what are some of the things that you really hope people take away from your book?
The primary thing for me is I don't know anything, and I think, well, what? As you get older, you think I should get wiser. You know, maybe say, well, what do you think? You're this age, and what is your opinion? I don't know. You know, I don't know any more than anybody else.
Well,
and yet,
you're pretty humble, but you're a very well-read person, because I've heard you on other interviews, and some of the things that you look at, you are a person that consistently says, "I don't know enough. I've got to learn more," and you're consistently learning. And
but that is a fact. But the book is about a generalized and I believe about 85% of what I've written, and the other 15% I think, I don't know whether that's true or not. You know, so I think that if you think about it, if you delve into it, some people pray, some people blow horns, some people are just aware, but the universe, we are conjoined, we are entanglement with the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is everything works like a watch, like a clockwork.
Yeah.
And missing a piece, that's a disaster.
Yeah.
So, but if you're aware, if you're working with the universe, I think the universe takes care of you in all kinds of strange ways. Sometimes you don't even realize it. Sometimes something terrible happens to you, and then slowly it evolves. You think, whoa, I'm a better person because of that, or I know more, or I feel something else.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in every way. All over the world, things are entangled. I mean, elephants that have an itchy behind scratch themselves on mounds of termites so they scratch themselves, and the termite mound is destroyed, and then the elephants kind of plow around, and it makes a little declivity. Then it rains, and there's water there, and there's more, and eventually it becomes a watering hole, and fish from the eggs of birds have the eggs fly over, and the fish, and all of a sudden it's a fountain of life where livestock come and drink and mate and kill and eat, and I mean, life goes on, all from this little event where an elephant had a scratchy behind. And the world is rife with those weird things that, and I'm writing a children's album involving that entanglement, the awe and wonder of the entanglement. So what do I know? I only know questions. Like, how did that happen? But there's no answer. That's the problem.
But I think that's the most important thing for people to do, is to continue asking questions.
Yeah, but then what's the value of the question I keep asking? So now I'm 92 and I'm still asking the questions. I don't know whether 85% I got an answer, but 15% I don't know.
Yeah,
You
but you're still coming up with new ways of thinking.
What's his name? The drug guru, Timothy Leary.
Timothy Leary, yeah.
Takes his last breath.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I don't know if this is apocryphal or not. Take it. Of course. And he dies. Of course what? What did he say of course to?
I think he planned that.
No.
I think he knew.
He might have been high or low, but he died without telling us what he saw. Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know how he died? Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow, and he died. What was he saying oh, wow to? What did he see?
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, but it's not.
Yeah. Well, I think it's brilliant. I have, like I said earlier, I've watched your career my entire lifetime, and I've seen you have to ask the difficult questions. I've seen you reinvent yourself at least 5 times that I've noticed, because you've had to ask the question, what's next? What do I do now?
You fumble.
Yeah.
That's maybe the truth of all. You're fumbling and you think, I'm fumbling, but that's life, I think.
Yeah. Well,
it isn't.
what it reminds me of is, boy, it's been about 17 years when I got your album, your music album.
Yeah.
And your song Has Been.
Yeah.
Was one of my favorites.
Oh,
on there.
fantastic.
The lines, especially the last, do you remember the last 4 lines?
No,
that
tell
song?
me.
The gist of your song was, I'd rather be a has-been than a never was.
Oh, that's right, yes.
You know?
That's true. But we're writing music. We're writing music, songs, that maybe we can reach people. I'm having the best time right now writing a children's album. It's going to be a book, a illustrated book, and an album. So the poems, which are lyrics, are in the book, and also they'll be accompanied. This is my fantasy, because we're still writing the song, but the songs are all about, like the elephant and the termites.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
What about...
Up to now, I've said butterfly effect, but from now on, I'm saying elephant itchy butt
What
effect.
about the wasp? Exactly. You know, don't pick at it. That's it's a daytime show, right?
Yeah, it's daytime. Keep it daytime.
The joy of writing about, and this would be, the album would be for about 8, 9-year-olds, a little older than 5 and 6, and a little younger than 13 and 12, but somewhere in between there, where they're just learning the magic of the world, to bring to that age the magic of life is a joy. And that's what we're doing. That's what I'm working on right now.
That's great. Well, I want to talk with you more about what you're working on, especially your charities and your love of equestrian. But we got to take a break. And when we come back, it's clear that William Shatner has continued to live an extraordinary life. And after the break, we'll ask his advice on how to age well and how to live life to its fullest. So don't go away.
Let's get somebody else.
Welcome back. We're talking with William Shatner about his extraordinary life, and joining us is our activity key specialist, Marie Mitchell.
Yes,
Welcome.
hello. Thank you for having me.
Activity specialist.
I am.
Oh,
I
boy.
am. Make sure
Yes.
you're moving, right?
Yeah.
You're in trouble now.
That I'm not totally rigid. Yeah.
Well, I heard that you did some activity, to make your way up into space. So that was nice. I wanted to touch on your activities at home. I heard that you like to horse ride.
So yes, I love horses, and as a result of loving horses, I ride a lot. I compete in horse competitions, more than one breed, and I've had a lifetime of horses and competition, and perhaps most importantly, I've put on a horse show. here in Los Angeles called the Hollywood Charity Horse Show.
Okay.
And the Hollywood Charity Horse Show is on every year. And do you know what a mitzvah is? Do you know what the word mitzvah means? Well, mitzvah means do something good.
Yeah.
So the charity, in my opinion, doing a good deed is your legacy. There's you have a statue,
Absolutely.
you have a name, you got a television show. It's canceled and it's gone and you're gone.
Right.
Nobody remembers you. Okay.
Right. Right. Thank you.
But
I have something to look forward to now.
no, you won't remember you.
Oh, exactly.
You won't remember you.
Yes.
But what will be remembered is a good deed.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
True.
So I would like to read you, because a charity relies on people giving them things. And I thought if I could read the names of people who've given us money for children
Wow.
and for veterans. They suffer from basically the same thing: motion, mental, physical, and being able to help them through horses, hippotherapy, therapeutic horses, really seems to work. I've seen children walk who couldn't walk, children talk who couldn't talk. Priceline, Bank of California, Bank of Hyde Foundation, Stonefire Grill, Food, Michael Arrington, Benjamin Kwychek, Alec Ginsberg, David Gordon, David Broom, Brad Samuels, Stephen and Heather Smith of Storyfile, Philip Tedkes, Greg Meck, Garrett Patton and his father Crane, Chris Behootson, who was with me up in space, Howard Price, Tom Bergeron, Prometheus Entertainment, Scott and Leslie Siegel, MGO, and a very special musical guest this year. June 3rd is the date of that
The horse show?
horse show. And horseshow.org, if you care to come, there are tickets. If you care to donate money, just go to that horseshow.org. It's a good deed, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to say those names, because it is a way of thanking them.
I think it's important too, because I mean, you listed some names I recognize, especially the corporate names, but there are so many people who really are changing lives, who are not household names, and it's so great that you've brought them together.
If you can
to do
help anything, anybody,
Yeah.
that's your legacy.
that. Yes.
That's the reverberation that a good deed does. It goes to somebody, and that somebody helps somebody else, and through lifetimes, not just now. I'm going to build a building and it's destroyed in an earthquake. The goodness that we give to somebody will be repeated by those people, and that's your legacy.
Was horse riding introduced to you and that became therapeutic, so you decided to, share that legacy?
I loved horses from the very, very beginning. What I began to realize is that a horse is a prey animal. As a result, they're always looking around. They don't think about the lion that was going to eat them yesterday, and they don't think about the saber-toothed tiger that's going to eat them tomorrow. They're thinking about what's here today, what's happening right now. Oh, there you are, I recognize you. What's happening? Is everything okay? Yeah. That's a lesson we all need to learn.
Absolutely.
You can't do something about what happened. You don't know what's going to happen, but right now, enjoying living in this moment.
Yeah.
That's the lesson horses can teach you.
Beautiful.
And that's a huge, that's a huge lesson to us at all.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely. So, yeah, you are leaving a legacy, not just with the horse show and raising all this money for kids, for veterans, but you're continuing going. What are some of the things that you're currently working on that you're excited about?
Well, this book of poetry was just starting.
Yeah.
There's a documentary called Call Me Bill about me that got great notice at South by Southwest. There's another. I did a performance at Kennedy Center with a 70-piece orchestra and songs that we had written, and a great success. So we're making a music video of it.
I cannot wait to see it. And thank you so much for everything that you shared. We've got to take a break now, but do not go away, because when we come back, I have some very special life-changing secrets that I want to share with you. Don't go away.
What are they? What are they?
Going someplace you've never gone before or doing something you've never done before calls for a special kind of boldness. We are never more filled with fear and anxiety than when we are doing something for the very first time, and especially if it's in front of other people. But you can't be fully successful and overly cautious at the same time. Fortune favors the bold, and if you have the guts to tell all the excuses in your head to be silent, then you'll finally find yourself taking the bold steps deeper and deeper into the rich destiny that you've always known as yours to live. There is no growth without boldness. So get yourself up right now and boldly go where you've never gone before. Remember, you're just one decision away from a better lifestyle. You can make it.
For more meaningful life tips and an opportunity to view this show and all other episodes, visit our website at lifestyle.org. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to continuing this journey with you on future episodes of Lifestyle.